I know some people always wonder, how do you do your makeup? Honestly, I wing it. I don't go in with a plan.
I know it's supposed to be World Goth Day, but I hope to God we actually arrive alive.
Everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as I'm filming this, it is May 20th, Saturday. May 22nd is World Goth Day. However, I and Daewen of the Stygian Collective have a performance in Indianapolis tonight for a World Goth Day event. So, thought it might be nice to bring you folks along for prep and everything else, and the drive, and when we get there, and all the shenanigans for that, and the aftermath, because we'll get back late. And this vlog will probably go into Sunday. So, kind of nice little performance vlog. I'm fairly certain my other performance vlog for all of my performances in April won't be up before this, since I want to get this up for World Goth Day. But this is kind of like a little mini version of what's going to be a later video coming up. So, also as you can tell, the house is decorated. No, I did not record the process, but I do plan on doing a tour later and kind of a walkthrough of my thought process for all the decorations that I did. So, I have spent the last 2 days decorating this house and deep cleaning. So, I just finished. It is 1:30 and Daewen should be arriving around 3, although I think she's might get here a little earlier. So I am very sweaty. I need to take a shower and then I need to put makeup on. And I still have no clue what hell makeup I'm gonna be wearing for this performance. Since it's goth, I'm thinking trad goth, but I don't know. In any case, I'm gonna take a shower and then I'm gonna start makeup. So, remember when I said I spent the past 2 days deep cleaning this house? Yeah, only 3 spots where I didn't. My office, my master bedroom, and the master bathroom. So we're just gonna ignore the fact that this place is an absolute disaster area right now. We're gonna do skincare first, and I'm really simple with mine due to my eczema. So I use CeraVe for every single thing that I do. This is the vitamin C cream. This is the moisturizer. Don't know if it's gonna focus. Probably not. But it is the day moisturizer with SPF in it. And then I put CeraVe healing ointment on my lips. And it is the only thing that has unchapped my lips over the past 5 years. So, I'm gonna get doing that, and we'll start with the makeup. There's also one more thing in here that I use that I forgot to mention. I will put that on in just a second after I do this moisturizer. The CeraVe eye repair cream. I actually use this under my eyes since I have dark circles. I have always had dark circles. Even in my youth, I had dark circles. I say youth like I'm like past my prime. No, I mean youth, I mean teenage years. I always had dark circles. So this really helps. Normally I use this only at night, but you can use it during the day, and it helps diminish it over time. I will say I have noticed a difference since I've started using this. Now this, just a little goes a long way. And for anyone who's asking or wondering, since I know I mentioned I always use Black Moon Cosmetics liquid to matte lipstick, does this affect the consistency of it? No, only because I put this on at the end of my skincare routine. So by the time I add my lipstick, which is the very last thing I do for my makeup, it's already seeped into my lips. So it is a nice protector for my lips, because at the end of the night when I take everything off, If I didn't use that, oh, just like peeling skin everywhere. I hate it. So I could do Trad Goth, but there's also a makeup look I did earlier this week that might also work as well. And that is a white, black, and red look, but I might accentuate it a bit more. My eye concealer is Smashbox Photo Finish Intensify, the 24-hour shadow primer. Just gonna do that on the eyelids right now. We're gonna let that set. And while that sets for a minute, I'm going to take my NYX Jumbo eye pencil in the color, is this color Milk? I think it's Milk. Yes, in Milk, and I'm gonna line my eyes with it. Well, the waterline, I should say. So if I'm going to do this an old school way, I'm going to do a cut crease. Now, my eyes, actually it might be better if I just show you right here. Nope, you're not gonna be able to. Okay, let me see if I can, this will focus right, and if not, I'm hoping I can figure something out. So if you notice, one eye is more hooded than the other. My lid comes down further on this side than it does this side. So I can't do the same eye makeup exactly stroke by stroke for both eyes. My only way of counteracting this is by doing a cut crease. Now, for my cut crease, and I was taught this actually in a makeup class, and I'm like, I cannot believe, and it was actually a Last Fusion Evolution, and I couldn't believe I hadn't thought about doing this before. To take a very flat brush and mark the top of where your eye look is going to be, okay? Well, at least the top of your, what will be your lid. And I know this is like huge, but that's the point of a cut crease, right? Okay. So obviously I'm doing this in black because why not? It's a dance performance event, so of course I'm gonna do black. I'm just gonna arc that down just to give me a base. And now I'll start with the eyeshadows. So this is Sugar Pill in Taco. It's my favorite white eyeshadow. Shows up beautifully on the skin. And I'm just gonna put this on the front half of my eyelid first. Now, I will admit, my makeup application is very haphazard. Yes, I love my makeup looks, but I'm not always the cleanest with them. I do a lot of stuff after it's all said and done to make this look the way it should. And I'm always futzing with it. Because even my inner corners don't match on both eyes either. I'll admit, I'm always incredibly envious of a lot of folks on social media who have matching eyes. Because I don't have that. Like, how on earth do you have like almost perfectly symmetrical eye shapes? Or at the very least for lids, because I would give anything to have that just to make my life so much easier. So now that I got that down, I'm going to go in with Bulletproof, also from Sugar Pill. This is the blackest of blacks of blacks. And I've noticed the fallout on this isn't as bad as other black eyeshadows. Don't get me wrong, there's still fallout, but it's not horrendous. And I'm just going to do the back half of my lid, and I'm using, it's a nice angled fluffy brush here, and I'm just going in for that part of the cut crease at the top here. And I'm angling down first, and then blending out. You can tell I don't normally talk to the camera while I do my makeup, because I will always get distracted. And a lot of my futzing is fixing the fact that I don't want the same, well, I want the same amount of eyeshadow to appear on both sides, and that's not always the easiest when this one will, this part of my eyelids up into here, and this one, well, you know what I mean. I can't talk today. It's already been a busy morning for me, folks, so I apologize. Ooh. And now I'm just gonna try to make this symmetrical. The other thing, my eyebrows are also different angles, so I also do a lot with that. There's a lot of things you can do with makeup. You can make your face look as symmetrical as possible when in reality, it is nowhere near it. But at the same time, it's always nice to celebrate what makes us unique and our differences. So, I'm gonna leave this line harsh for right now. Don't worry, I will go back and I will blend that out. So I need to go out then. Now see, this is where I screw up, because the thing is, do I want to do this now and then go over it with eyeshadow, start my foundation and then apply over foundation, because this is where it gets dangerous. Because my eye looks, if I'm doing really extravagant, go all the way out to my temples. All right, I'm gonna do my foundation. But first, because I'm just gonna experiment, see what happens. I'm only gonna do up to here though. So everything above, I'm gonna do the foundation for. Trick for foundation when it comes to keeping things from creasing, and to keep, if you have oily skin, I have mixed skin, I believe. Mixed and oily. I will first use eyeshadow primer underneath my eyes, just a little bit. And I will also put it on my nose. And I've been really oily lately on the sides. Normally I just do the bridge of the nose, but I'm gonna do all over. Okay? And I'm just gonna let that sit for a bit. Meanwhile, take my foundation, and I use House Labs. Their Triclone foundation. Really love the formula. It sits really well on my skin. And I do a multiple application technique where I'll do brush first and then I'll go in with a beauty blender and smooth everything out. I find that works really well for me. My original concept for this look was to do spider webs on the sides of my head. I'm like, you know you're not gonna have that kind of time or that patience to sit there and do that, because you always plan like you're gonna leave early. But do you ever? No. Now time to experiment again. Okay, I know I'm gonna have red. So this is Makeup Forever. I'm not too sure what the dark red is because I can make my own trio. So I can't remember it, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna go in and I'm going to very lightly just go up, just follow this streak. I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with this. Right now, I am just futzing around. I know some people always wonder, how do you do your makeup? Honestly, I wing it. I don't go in with a plan. I always just try and see what could work, what won't work, and so on and so forth. Okay? Like that. The thing is, this is also gonna look very interesting when I do my brows. Unless I do that. Just a moment, let me figure this out. Now for my idea, and I hope this is gonna work, and I really hope I have a brush to pull this off, because I don't know if I do. Because a lot of my other brushes I've been using as of late, I've been using for contour. Please work, please work, please work. Okay. So my idea, if it works, is to take some red and actually go into the eyebrow with it. I will actually still be doing my brows, but this way I've got some color there to really help. But I'm going to bring this down into the part above the white just to give me a nice barrier here. So I will come back when I do that. Okay, so as you can probably already tell, all the makeup's done. We're actually on the way because Daewen arrived a little earlier than expected.
That's how I roll.
Yeah, and I, of course, was running late. So we are now on our way to Indy. I just threw about 4 different costumes into a bag because I can't decide. And that's all she wrote. So we are on our way there. No idea how this trip is gonna go on the way because I don't think we've been to Indy in a hot minute. No. No. Yeah. So, and the interstate.
And I'm driving.
And she's driving a pickup truck, which I was not expecting.
We're gonna roll up in style, motherfuckers.
Oh boy.
Okay, dude, you can wait. This is gonna be fun.
I know it's supposed to be World Goth Day, but I hope to God we actually arrive alive. So I'll see you guys along the way. I'm the phone now because I, like an idiot, forgot my camera in the car, and I've already gone out there once to go grab my backpack just to make sure if my laptop's in that, and if that disappears, I'm screwed. So, obviously we got to Indy just fine. This is always what she does. But yeah, got to Indy just fine. Crazy traffic, but we're here. We're actually now at Puma's right now getting food beforehand. So I'm gonna get some food, and then we're gonna go and actually get ready to perform. Apparently doors for the scene's already opened at 7. We don't go on until 9. So eating now, let it digest, and we should be fine.
We'll dance for food.
She gets hangry. I'm just never hungry. We're recording is what we're doing. This isn't a photo, dear. This is video. You do photos. I do videos. is like so all over this shit. Like this is, like I just want. Oh God. Hold on. I don't need. So, got back at 3 in the morning. Good, good performance. Fun venue.
Aesthetically pleasing venue.
Yes. Very aesthetically pleasing venue. I gotta admit, I've never been in a place like that. Thoughts on the performance? Because I was telling you in the car that when I was dancing, I was like, I don't know about this. And then looking back at the videos, I was like, okay, all right. I did okay.
I'm always like that.
We're all worst critics.
It's a different venue situation too. That we were right there, right next to the people. You know, we had no stage. So
but I like that.
Yeah, you can interact a lot more. So that's what I did. I don't even worry about technique so much when I'm improvising and doing that. I like to play with the audience.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was doing too. A lot of like, yeah.
And everybody loved it. You know, they were videoing. They were. Like that one blonde girl, I loved her.
Yes.
It's like, I'm dancing for you.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, you're paying a lot of attention to that one chick.
If somebody gets really into it, that's me. I lock on them, dancing for them. So
I also kind of like the fact that it, like our goth night here, I love it, I do. But at the Healer, that was the first time in a long time where I'm like, oh my God, everybody is like in black and fishnets and pleather and leather and
that's
like
true.
the Death Hawk.
They went all out. Yeah, that Death Hawk was epic.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God. I'm like, oh, I know my people. I can't find my person. Like, where the hell are you?
Yeah, I lost you a few times.
Yeah, I'm like, because we actually blend in the crowd for once.
At least I had the red hair. I was the only right-haired person in there, I think.
Yeah, because everyone else was either blonde or like inky black hair or colored hair. Yeah.
I fished the ginger out of the crowd.
No, but seriously, I did love your second solo. Like, I know you're like, eh, but seriously.
I mean, it felt good. It's just, you know, I want to hit every beat.
Yeah.
And I don't know it well enough.
Yeah, but, I mean, well, it's kind of funny. I didn't know what songs I was going to perform to until the day of. Mm-hmm. Like, that's the thing. I was like, do I want to do Closer by 9 Inch Nails? Do I want to do, like, Head Like a Hole? Do I want to do Depeche Mode? Like, what do I want to do? So I'm like, okay, pick one of my old favorites and something new from Goth Night.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. I just wanted something that I could have, like the second song I did. That first came on at Goth Night last Thursday. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I was jamming to that while you were dancing.
Yeah, because it's really thumpy, but it changes up. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh, I could do like duh, and then
it's kind of cool to, like, what do I want to say? stick to a goth aesthetic instead of me doing my metal. I was like, okay, let's not do metal for once.
Mm-hmm.
What do I do? Cyclone 9.
Right, Cyclone 9. I almost pulled out Ice Pressure.
Oh my god, I love Ice Pressure.
I almost looked at that old choreography of
I
ours.
danced to that a long time. Oh my god.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. And I'm like, what do I do here?
I don't remember it.
Locations. I will say, that venue, the most artistically pleasing venue I've been to in a hot minute. I know I keep saying this, but of all the DJs at the Darkness Underground, I was like, oh, I'm going to the Healer. They're like, it's an experience. I can't explain it to you, but it's awesome. And I'm like,
I'm not sure I
you're
can
right.
explain it now. Even.
I know, the only reason why I have is like have a video of it, but I'm just like, how do I even, and even video doesn't do it justice. Because it's like, it literally is like a walking experience.
Especially the coffin room.
The coffin room, yeah. Like, I know the video for you guys isn't gonna show up very well because it was like dark as could be in there. But yeah, we were both laying down like in a coffin, and it was actually a cushioned coffin. And it's weird because as soon as you're looking up into the sky, or like I should say the ceiling with all the lights going, it is so hard not to go into a trance state of like a meditative trance state. I was fighting also.
Want to say hi to the pup? Her name's Luna. She's super friendly. Yeah.
Hold on.
Puffer break. Puffer break.
Fuck, that was 6 years ago, dude.
You know you've been dancing for a long time when?
I didn't know about
It's been 12 years.
It's 9 years for me this September, right? Yeah. God, I feel old.
I'm scrolling like, oh my god, these are so old. Like, there's when Brandy joined us. I mean, Casper joined us. Sorry.
It's fine. They all know.
We should do a throwback show or something.
Like find old videos
Like
of
do
us.
old videos and like have the history of Stygian.
Oh god. Oh god. Ooh. Do I want to throw? I have all the videos from the Crypt. From the Crypt series.
Yeah, anytime like somebody.
I like it.
Okay. Okay.
Great things happen when we get together.
I know, which doesn't happen enough. I cannot tell you guys the last time I saw this woman in person. So
Beltane.
it was Beltane, but before
then before that-
it was a long time.
I got my tattoo and crashed to your house.
That's right.
When was that?
That was
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I think it was after the pandemic, but it was,
yeah, but still a long time.
everybody's busy.
Yeah.
It's our life stage right now. Everybody's busy.
Everybody's always busy. We're always doing something.
Work sucks. I know.
Say it ain't so. I will not go. Turn the lights on. Carry me home.
We just aged ourselves.
I know. Look, I made no lies. I'm 34. I think am I turning 35 this year? Wait, hold on. Yes, I'm turning 35 this year. I don't care. They know this.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, because I was born in 88. Like, shows like what we did last night I wish we could do more of those. We're just kind of like, all right, we're all going to get together, just going to have fun.
Yeah, exactly. That's how Pagan Picnic will be.
That's a good point, and I will be vlogging for that. So yeah, bring the camera along, and I'll vlog the retreat as long as everybody at the retreat's chill and cool with that.
Yes.
But then again, since we all post all of our videos online anyway, I'm fairly certain they're not gonna have a problem.
Right.
I'm so excited.
So
Make a nice little compilation of that too.
yeah,
It's fun. I'll let you do that, and then you give it to me.
yes, me with my so free schedule. I do an inner monologue normally anyway. It's cut down a lot since my ADHD meds, so that's good. But I would just inner monologue and I'm just like, bleh.
Yep, you're a talker.
Yeah, I know. That's why you always have me MC. She's the reason why she always kicks my ass on stage when we did live shows and we had no one to announce us. She would always make me MC. So I'm used to it. I don't want you to leave.
I know.
but you're gonna have to go.
Yeah, I see Jules.
Yes, I understand.
Unless you want to come with me.
No, I should probably go home. I have food for the husband.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I have food for the hubby, and I need to go home and clean up my office space, which is an utter disaster. Let's just put it lightly.
All right.
Let's get to walking. Oh, my back is still twingy. So, obviously, back home from brunch. Let me see if I can find something that doesn't end up with a shadow on my face. Sorry, light right now in this house is being fun. Okay. So, Daewen is now headed back home near St. Louis. And I am just taking a breather before I get other things done this afternoon. So, I will admit, this vlog, this little mini vlog of mine did not go as planned, anywhere near planned that I had, especially since I was running behind yesterday trying to get ready because I was also trying to clean up this house. So yeah, I don't know if I explained this in the video in the car or not. It was super loud in the car, and also there was some metal music playing, and I can have a little bit of music like that in the background and not get like smacked with the copyright, but I didn't want to chance it too much. So, but yeah, the rest of my makeup yesterday was done with Dead and I body paints that I have. That's how I got like the red to like really stay and like all the black to like really stay and whatnot. Kind of some final thoughts on last night. Although I will share a funny anecdote. Well, funny now, it wasn't at the time. The only bad thing about last night was the fact that after my performance, I went to go get a drink, a long time after my performance, because I went outside because I was so warm. I was like, I need water, I need some electrolytes in me, I need to breathe and some cool air so I don't like, since it was like really, really hot and sweaty in there. I mean, I straightened my hair before it went on, and by the time I got off stage, it was curled again. It's like, I don't even know why I bothered. But any case, side tangent. I always wear a Pixel watch now. It's kind of like my lifeline whenever I leave my phone somewhere. And it acts as my wallet, contacts, text, anything, GPS if necessary. So, very important for me to have, right? So we go back to the green room, at least I go back to the green room, and I'm trying to find it. I can't find it. I cannot find my freaking Pixel watch. And I'm like, okay, logically it has to be here. You know you took it off before you performed. So where did you put it? Folks, for a half hour, and I'm not even exaggerating, I'm fairly certain it was a half hour, I went through my mini suitcase that had all my costumes with me, because I always bring like 3 or 4 costumes of various different designs depending on the location, because it might be too hot, it might be too cold, it might be, so I always bring a slew of costumes that I can choose from depending on how I'm feeling at that point, and especially what the flooring is like too. So I empty that. I empty my little carrying bag, little canvas bag that has my camera stuff in it and everything else. I empty my purse. And I think there was one other thing I had with me. My backpack that had my laptop, which was my backup for my music just in case. And I empty those things 3 times and I could not find it. And like people are coming into the green room, like other performers and artists, and they're wanting to chat with me. And I'm like chatting to them as I'm looking at my phone, trying to get find my device thing to work on my phone to find my watch, and it wasn't connecting. I'm like, what is going on here? And I finally explained, I'm like, I'm not trying to be rude. I am so sorry. I'm normally very talkative, open individual, but I can't find my Pixel watch. And they're like, well, where were you in the green room? I'm like, right over here in this one corner. And it's a smaller space, but it's still a nice green room. Really funky looking green room too. But here's the problem. Everybody's items were black. You think, right? Goth event for World Goth Day. Of course, everyone's bringing everything black. So we have black coats, black bags, black backpacks, black camera cases, black everything. And everyone's like, So like 2 people came in and they were chatting with me. Like, do you need some help? I was like, that'd be nice. Yeah, thank you. Like, what color was it? And I just looked at them. And they're like, black, right? And then, like, okay, we see the problem. Lord, it took so freaking long. And I finally found it in my backpack in one side pocket that I normally, like, I put my hands in there. I was like, it's gotta be in there. I forget, it gets super tight near the bottom, so I can't always go all the way. Put my hand all the way in there, in the bottom of that. I can laugh now, but if it wasn't for the fact that I was wearing, like, cause I already kind of partially switched out of my costume at that point. So I still had my performance bra on and I had my shirt on that I wore to the event, which is a Killstar, not fishnet, but it's like a mesh, button-up shirt. If it wasn't for the fact that I was already wearing those, which are breathable and everything else, I would have been taking off clothes because I've been sweating so much because I was so terrified. I'm like, oh my God, where is this? So that was the only bad thing about last night. Other than that though, utterly fantastic. I mean, we are in love with the healer. I mean, talk about an interesting location. Kind of strange that they have carpet on the floor everywhere and different rugs that you can trip on, but all that was standing. Like the interactive art and design displays and things like that, just I could go on for that. But no, it was really good. I'm really happy and really excited and also very blessed that Dead Souls Gothic Lounge reached out to us and asked, like, Nix, would you like to perform? And I was like, sure, happy to. How long's the set? 30 minutes. Let me find somebody else to do this with me because I can do a 30-minute set, but I don't always like to do a full 30-minute set by myself, depending on that day. Because it was hot, it would not, I would have been too exhausted and I probably would have overdone it. Not to mention the fact that earlier this week, I started noticing that my low back was starting to twinge. I don't know what I did. I already been to the chiropractor already, and it was just like not feeling right. And I even had to cancel my Monday dance classes because I'm like, I just don't trust it. Tuesday was fine. Wednesday morning, I got up and a lot of the hip work I do like the over 8 with my hip. I do the under 8 with my hip. I do pelvic circles. All of those movements started really twinging the I guess it might be the sciatic. I don't know exactly. But low back, right part, it just pulled and twinged. And I was like, okay, call the chiropractor. Can you get me in like now? Because I need this to not be this way since I have a performance on Saturday. And I even did recordings on Thursday night too. Yeah, I did recordings Thursday night for, was it the Crow show that we are doing, the Stygian Collective is doing on Saturday, May 27th. All the information will be online. I can actually link it down below too. But I was doing recordings for that even that night, and I'm like, okay, Wednesday afternoon, get me in, work at your magic on my low back, because I need this to not go out. I have to perform. So, yeah, it was kind of dicey, and so today I'm really feeling it. And also my quads and thighs are definitely really feeling it too, so this is great. But it's actually a good feeling. I know I've been performing a lot lately, and I know that I mentioned earlier at the beginning of this video that I have a lot of performances that I did in April, and I will put all of those together and those will come out after this video. I know it's out of order, but it's just a lot of footage trying to go through. So give me a little bit of time and I will get that out if you guys are interested. I also have, yeah, if you guys do like these vlogs, these little mini vlogs or videos where I kind of focus more on the dance side of my life, since that's a big part of my life right now, not gonna lie. It's essentially a second small income. Although right now I'm just using all of that, any income I get from performances and teaching classes just goes right back into dance. So it's kind of self-serving. So yeah, it's a really major focus of my life right now. But please let me know if you kind of like these vlogs. I do know, as I mentioned with Daewen earlier, members of the Stygian Collective are going to be meeting up for a retreat. I think we mentioned that. But anyway, some of us are going to be meeting up for a retreat in the first week of June, so I will vlog that. So it'll be the first time I've met some of these individuals. Same for like Daewen meeting, the first time meeting the individuals. And I mean like in person. Like we've chatted online, but meeting physically in person, because like some of us are in Canada and Georgia and like traveling all over. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be cool. It might be a little crazy. But yeah, I'll be vlogging that. And I just realized this. I actually have a performance vlog back from October that I never put together. I got all the video footage of it, but it was for a Halloween event. Or more like, not really Halloween event, more like a Samhain event, I should say. That I can put that together for you folks if you want to see it, even though it is several months later. But I did that with Casper. And so I vlogged all of that. So if you want to see that, let me know. So I think I'm going to leave this here. I have some other things I need to do this afternoon. Specifically cleaning cleaning my office, because it's an utter disaster area right now. Have dance training tonight, so got to get back into that, which means foam rolling and everything for this low back. Gosh, it's been so long since I've done this, I don't even remember my own outro. Is that sad? Oh my gosh. So if you made it this far in the video, thank you so very much. I sincerely appreciate every single one of you. All of the likes, the comments, new subscribers. I'm so shocked that people are still subscribing, even though I haven't posted anything in so many months. So thank you. I'm going to try to do more videos. I will do my best. Life's crazy right now. Very, very crazy right now. But I'll do my best. So I will try to give you more insights into my life. And like I said, if you like these type of vlogs of my performance stuff, behind the scenes stuff with dance, please let me know, and I will try to do more of those. And also, happy World Goth Day. Stay dark and stay daring, folks, because that's how you should be, if that's what you want to be. Okay? Remember to go after whatever your dark heart desires, and I'll see you in the next one.